Hello, this is Roke Posh, and good evening. So what am I talking about today? I'm talking about the emotional abuse of children, and sometimes I wonder why I even bother. Sometimes I'm like, God, why do you always why am I always forcing about parenting and things like that? But I guess that is what God has called me to do, so I just have to do it. So you might have seen this picture going around of two boys. They're probably twins. Two boys, they were put in their dad's t-shirt because maybe they fell out or something happened in the house, and they put those two boys in a t-shirt to get along together. And I've seen that particular t-shirt guy, that pair, the duo. I've seen them. I don't know if you've seen it. I've seen those boys in that t-shirt on different platforms. Two boys in a brown or grayish t-shirt, their dad's t-shirt. So they were naughty, and people were finding it funny. It was funny to people that these boys were naughty and their mother put them in the t-shirt and they must get on by force, and it was funny. But when I saw it, I was upset. When I saw it, I was actually upset. Why would you put two children? One of them was vividly still crying. His face was there. He was crying, and you could see that mucus was coming out of his nose. And the mother put them in a t-shirt that they must get along together. So I put it online on Facebook that I wasn't happy, that it's actually an abuse of children. And despite the fact that thousands of people are saying it's funny, I'm happy to stand alone. If I'm the only one in Nigeria that believes that those children were abused, it's fine. The same thing when Mommy Calm Down happened and they put it online, and the boy was telling the mom that, Mommy, are you recording me? And she still put it online. She felt it was okay. People felt it was okay. I didn't think it's okay. I still don't think it's okay. I'm happy to be in the minority. Putting your children, your two young children, maybe 5 or 6 years old, in a t-shirt and forcing them to get along is emotional abuse. And I will explain to those that care to know. Because I keep telling people, I'm not called to everybody. I'm not looking for numbers. I'm just looking for people that will parent intentionally, and people will see their lives and they will model the goodness of God in their lives. You see, the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. People were even arguing that there's no parenting style. People abused me. In fact, at some point I just deleted some people because I couldn't even shout, because I don't come to online to come and shout and fight or prove anything. Agree with the things that I say. There's no bullets to it. But if you don't understand something, I tell people, instead of you to say never, impossible, it can never happen, God forbid, impossible, before you say things like that, first of all, ask questions. Ask the person, what is the thought process behind it? Seek to understand. Tell the person, expatiate. Let me understand what it is that you're saying tonight. Let me understand. Don't just say it's impossible. And people say, very soon now, if children drink water together, they will say it's abuse. Don't be stupid. It's the answer to something like that. When somebody is saying something, seek to understand. I've been doing this for well over 10 years. I didn't just feel like doing parenting and it's just, I don't have anything to do and I want to do parenting. No. When you don't understand something, you seek to know. You seek for knowledge. The Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. A lot of people don't know. We're only limited by the scope of what we know. As much as I know that I know, it's still small compared to what there is to know. Our accumulated knowledge as a body of people in the world is still a drop in the ocean compared to what there is to know. If you've never heard something before and it's outrageous, absolutely, be open-minded, willing to learn, find out first. How can you be telling me that this is emotional abuse? You don't start opening your mouth, bam, 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 and saying, even Paul said, study to show yourself approved. We are saying there's no handbook to parenting. It's played out. Stop saying there's no handbook to parenting. By now, there's a handbook to parenting. Stop saying there's no handbook to parenting. It's rubbish. It's played out. It's old. There is a handbook to parenting. There are many guides to parenting. There are some things that are wrong. Wrong is wrong and right is right. You can't see that somebody is holding a child and say there's no handbook to parenting. Come on. Let's reason. There are some things that are absolutely wrong. Putting your children, two of them, to get along. The sibling rivalry today. A lot of people are not talking to their brothers and sisters. They hate them today because of the things that the parents have made them do. Now, let me go to that particular example of those children. Now, I said to some of the commentators, if you are saying these children should be in one t-shirt, when you and your husband fight, they should put you both in one agbada. When you're having a heated argument, maybe the husband went out and he was cheating. He now puts you together, both of you, inside one agbada and say, get on together by force. And this is what is causing problem in marriages. You'll find that the woman will be complaining or the man will be complaining and they will say, you have to get on. That's the way it is, because you don't want them to feel the emotions. We have been abused to the point where we don't even know when we are being abused. It's called learned helplessness. We are being abused, you don't even know. You think it's funny. People are suffering. People are beating children. They think, oh, that's the way to do it. Why don't you seek to know another alternative? Let those child settle down. This child is crying because one has done something has happened. And this child is very crying and you're saying, get on. Now, the things that parents are doing to children, they won't even want teachers to do it to them. Imagine a child is bullying your child in the class. Then a teacher says he must sit down with the bully and get on by force. Is that the way to do it? That is not the way to do it. Oh, you're condemning my parenting. You are the one saying it. I didn't condemn your parenting. I'm doing this thing for humanity. My child might marry your son. I'm doing it for humanity. I'm not doing it because I don't have anything to do. So don't say somebody's condemning your parenting because it's biting you. You are doing something that is not correct and you didn't know. Say, oh, I didn't know. Now I know. Don't push it back. Don't fight it. That's not the way to go. If you put two children that are vividly upset in a t-shirt, you are abusing them. Emotion, you've not let them calm down. What you do is let them run through that emotion. Let the child even say, I'm angry, I'm so angry. What did he do? Let them understand. Then you explain that this is the matter. This is how you are going to solve it. Say sorry to your brother. Have you forgiven your brother? You have forgotten. Good. And I want you to kiss and make up. You don't force people to kiss and make up. And you said, somebody even said, what you do to children, not what you do to adults. And that is why they are grown up and they are broken. They don't allow their partners and their spouses to express their emotions. Because you keep abusing them. You keep forcing people to want to be at a particular emotion. If somebody dies and you take a happy child on his birthday to that person's house, and you say, stop being sad because somebody died, the child can't get it. You can't force an emotion. We must run through an emotion. You don't understand that t-shirt thing is an abuse. Why are you calling it abuse, Ronke? Why are you calling it abuse? And I will tell you why I'm telling you that it's abuse. Those children were angry. They were still crying. And you're putting them in. And then what is our business on social media? It's bad enough that you even put them in a t-shirt. Then you put yourself there. People are giggling. Hey, funny. Kiss and make up. Now, when you don't allow those children to kiss, allow them to calm down. And then just, okay, I'm happy now. Okay, I'm forgiving him. You forced him. But that child hasn't really. Now, the child grows up and they will say, oh, are you forgiving him? Yes. And the child does not even know how to process emotions. Does not know how to forgive. Yes, we need to respect the feelings. And he said we need to respect the children's feelings. We must take off our mask. Some of us, some of us are abused while growing up unknowingly, and we unconsciously transfer it to our children. And that is exactly what is happening in that situation. But the thing is people don't want to perish for lack of knowledge. The Bible says we should seek to know. Study to show yourself approved. Instead, you come and be fighting, I don't care. One even said, I'm going to leave your group. I said, please don't even threaten to leave my group. Let me remove you. You know, tag admin. Let them remove you from my group because I'm not called to everybody. Jesus was called for everybody, but not everybody accepted him. He didn't win every soul. He didn't win every soul. So when I'm telling you that something is an abuse and you're saying it's not an abuse, just ask me why. Let me explain. And if it doesn't make sense on my explanation, then you're free to do whatever you want. Even me, there are things that I've heard. Okay, well, I tell you that if you beat your children now, some of them are going to be prone to having violent sex with their partners. You may not have heard it before. It doesn't mean you will say, hey, she started again, no, she started again. No, you will want to understand the reason why I'm saying it. Before you say no, before you rebuff it, you first of all, try to understand. I'm saying that those two children that were still going through the process of crying and were still upset and their parents felt that they must force them to get along is an abuse. If I'm the only one in Nigeria that believes it, I'm okay. I don't have to join everybody else. It is wrong. If you don't get up with your boss at work and they put, or your colleague at work, and they put both of you in one agbada and say, get on by force. No. You talk about it And then you look for a workaround, and then you can say, okay, let's go for lunch together, let's work things out, let's now become friends. You don't just force people to be friends. A lot of people are insecure, and their fears, they project it on their children. You didn't get on with your brother and sister, and you don't want it to happen to your children, so you must force them. I come from a family of 5 children, and at the maximum, sometimes we were 17 to 21 in our family home in Kaduna. My dad had a very big house, and we were many. My parents adopted a lot of people. And I know what it is, what sibling rivalry is. I know what it is to get on with siblings as well. I know the annoying things as well. Besides extensive study and observation, you must understand that you cannot force your children to love each other. I'm sorry. You can teach them and model them and bring them up in the way of the Lord. And that is how to do it. But you cannot say force them to pray, force them to get on. You can't force children to love each other. You cannot. No matter what you do, say, okay, eat together on one plate, enter one t-shirt, sleep in one bed. Even children that you force them to sleep in the same room. Some children want their own space. It's not even you want your own space from time to time. You need your own space. They don't want you, the one sibling going into the other child's one and taking things. Then there's some things that you have you don't want to share. If I come and ask you for your car now, would you give it to me? Just like that? We must understand that there are boundaries that children must go through. You can't just force somebody to share. You can't force somebody to love. You can't force somebody to be with somebody. As I've been married for 18 good years, and I've known my husband for 22 years. And there are times when he doesn't want to be around me, and there are times when I don't want to be around him. And there's no crime in it. So those times I don't want to be around anybody, somebody decides to come and enter one agbada and stay in one t-shirt with him. Who does that? And that is simply what I mean by abuse. Not allow. What is abuse at the end of the day? When you're depriving somebody of their right. If you don't give your children food, you're abusing them. If you don't allow them to express their emotion, you're abusing them. That is what you're doing to the children. If you don't allow them to go through their emotions. So we must understand these things. Let me see if I can. Rivalry. And a lot of people, they don't want what has happened between their own siblings to happen to their own children, which is fair enough. But you bring up children in love, not by force. It is love that you breed. You let those children go through the anger. If one wants to cry and sulk, because you see some children, they're still going, and you say, go and meet your brother, go and play, don't hug him. If a teacher is even doing that to your child in school, you see, you're telling the siblings to do that. If you're telling them, oh yeah, hug the bully, get on. It will be parents, you will see it on social media. You will see it on Facebook. They will be making noise and lamenting that they are making children get along. They are forcing children to get along with the bully. But you are a bully. The parent that is doing that is a bully. Abuse is not allowing them to express their emotion. Also is correct. So you must allow children to express their emotion. Let them feel it if it's pain. And that is why some husbands cannot even, or wives, spouses, they can't connect with their spouses because you are feeling somehow. You say, you don't know how I feel. You don't know how I feel. They can't know how you feel because all they know is that you must just feel good. After all, I bought you car, I bought you house, I bought you, just feel good. Because nobody has taught them to go through the process, to learn emotion. They're not emotionally intelligent. They're not connected to their emotions in any way. They're not connected. So you are forcing that wife or that husband is forcing the wife, okay, you must be happy because I've done this. No, I'm not happy right now and I want to be upset. You must allow your children to be upset if they want to be upset. You must allow them to go through that process of pain so that when they grow up, it doesn't affect them. It helps them to be empathetic. It helps them. When you're forcing your children to get on with each other, even when they're sad, and say, smile at your brother, kiss your sister, kiss your brother, hug each other. Why are you doing that? They don't feel like hugging. Calm down. When they calm down, talk about it. When they talk about it, have you forgiven each other now? And then you say kiss and make up. And you can put them in a t-shirt if you want. But you don't start by putting them in a t-shirt when the child is still crying. You are forcing the child. You are emotionally abusing the child. You are an abuser. Or you are aiding and abetting that behavior. Yes. Emotions shouldn't be suppressed. Don't suppress the emotion of the child. And then you grow up and say, oh, my wife is always skinny. I don't understand what is wrong with her. You don't understand what is wrong. Nobody taught you how to understand what is wrong with your wife. Nobody allowed you to express your emotions. Nobody allowed you anything. All they want you to do is just be happy. Is that all that is wrong with you? Even teacher, is that all, the ordinary thing that they did to you? And you're getting all angry just because of this. What is small to you to somebody else. So instead of saying, oh, Ronke she's condemning my parenting. No, you just say, let me find out what this girl is saying. After all, you connected to me for many years and I've been making sense. So today I didn't make sense. Okay, let me find out. Maybe she's been on drugs or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave the group because you guys leave the group. Leave the group. What is it going to do for me? What is it going to do? Leave the group. How many people are on the group? 8,000 something. Who cares? Leave the group. I will even carry you. Be going. Because my people perish for lack of knowledge, and I'm not going to perish with you. I'm not going to perish with you. We don't want to. We want to know the obvious. If the obvious parenting skills and things have worked all along, then why are we in the mess that we are in this country right now? That the government doesn't even care about all those people that don't have emotions, that they've been suppressed and leading us. They don't care about how we feel. The people are hungry and not feeding very well, and there are palliatives everywhere. They are not in tune with their emotion. There's no conscience. It's been severed. And parents do it to their children. You don't allow your children to feel the emotion. Sometimes your child wants to cry. Let them cry. Even sometimes you want to cry. Once or twice I've been crying and my dad said, what's wrong? I said, I just want to cry. I have to get it all out. It's okay for children to cry. It's okay for them to go through emotions. Even boys, they can cry. They can go through emotions. Stop harassing children to be happy. Let them know that they're human beings, and human beings feel joy, they feel pain, they feel elated, they feel depressed, they grieve. They go through all kinds of emotions. They grow up and they are nasty to other people, they're nasty to their colleagues, they're nasty to their spouses. They don't know how to be emotional with anybody because they force them into t-shirts all their life. Force them not to feel and cry. Force them not to learn how to forgive. And then they grow up. And they think, I've had to share my space with this person I hate. All my life, I had to, everything. I've been forced with this person. I can't stand this person. I can't connect with this person. The only thing that tied us together because we came out of the same womb. I'm out of here. And you see, one is in Sokoto, one is in Zamfara. They don't care again about each other. The connection is not there. And when you have children, you have to understand that some children will gravitate to others. Your children, if you have two, or they don't get on, that one is your own business. You have to pray and nurture them in love. If you have more children, some of them might gravitate to others. Now, there are 5 of us, I'm number 5. We're very close and we look alike, for those that know him. We're very close. He's 6 years older than me, and we gravitate. Naturally, we get on so much, more than the girls. We get on so much. We have another 2 that get on, your children will not all connect. There will be some that they will, because there's something called personality types. There are traits that your children will have. Because you bought them, does not mean they will naturally gravitate, have the affinity for each other. No. You nurture, you create a loving environment. You don't force it. You don't force it. Oh, the same blood, it's the same blood. Please, that's a sentiment. It is the same blood and they are still killing themselves today. Somebody saying I'm a witness to that on Instagram. It's the same blood and they don't want to know each other today. Sibling rivalry at its core. Everywhere you go, sibling rivalry. Because mommy and daddy have... When you know that you are completely right, they don't want to hear. They just want you to get on by force. So the day that you are independent of anybody forcing you to agree with the cheating or whatever that other sibling has been doing to you, you are out of there. You don't want to be in that relationship. So all my messages are not there to be fluffy and make everybody feel good. There will be times like today when it's not going to be fun. And it's up to people to accept it or not accept it. If you have a superior argument, then you bring it. I don't go with emotions. Fact is fact. I'm not here to be emotional and I use data. I use thinking skills. I research extensively. Before I come online, I open my mind. One of those people that are just looking to aspire. No. I know how much money I've spent on what I do today. So I'm not going to come and be telling you that it's emotional abuse when it's not. No. It is emotional abuse. In a t-shirt, when they're still crying, they haven't processed their emotions, and you're telling them that they should get on. And people are saying they must. One even said to me on a commented that, so you're going to tell them that if 2 siblings are fighting now, and you tell them to sit together on one chair, that one too is abuse. Have you wrong? Trying to be really stupid. And I said, you know what? Some of those questions you don't even need to answer. Even if you tell them to sit together, it's still wrong. Let me tell you something. It's still wrong. One can sit here and one can sit here. Both of you should calm down right now. I need you to calm down. Take deep breaths. Calm down. Do you need a drink of water? Are you okay now? Finish crying. Clean your face. Go and wash your face. Clean your face with water. When they've calmed down, yes. Now, can we talk about this? What exactly happened? A will narrate. B will narrate. How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel? Why did you do it? Why? They will both explain themselves. And then you will know what is right. And you will explain that, do you know that when you took his toy without asking, it wasn't right? Would you like him to take your own toy without asking you? No, Mom, I won't like it. So you see what you've done is wrong? Do you agree? Yes, I do. So why did you hit him? Is it nice that you hit him? No, I shouldn't have done that. The child understands. So please, you should apologize to your brother or sister for what you've done. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, sister. Brother, sister, is that okay now? How are you okay now? Yes. How are you feeling now? I'm okay now, Mommy. Have you forgiven your brother or sister? Yes. Would you like to kiss and make up now? Yes. Okay. In fact, to prove to Mommy that you are really, really happy together now, let me put you in this t-shirt. Baga, you put them in t-shirt. And they're smiling in the t-shirt, and then you put it on social media. Since everybody must know what is going on in your house. Yeah, put it for us. And then we will now say, well, it's cute, it's cute. But that one that they put, where the kata was coming out of the boy's nose, and your children are crying, and you took a camera, you're taking their picture. You're taking a picture of their pain, and you're proud of it. Why are we like this? Your children are crying. If you are crying and somebody takes your picture, maybe you and your husband got fell down and you are busy crying, somebody takes your picture and puts it, you say how you treat children, it's different from how you treat adults. What nonsense is that? Your children are crying and you they take your picture and put it online. They have rights. They're human beings. You bother, you feed them, that don't mean they don't have rights. Why would you take the picture? It's just like taking the picture of their nakedness and put it in online. That's what it is. They're upset and you carry that picture, put it on the internet. And we are proud of it. Comments, thousands of comments. Everywhere I went, yes, between them, yesterday I saw it or today, I can't remember. Everywhere I went, you see the thread. Ha ha ha! Oh, people are laughing. Why are you laughing at somebody's pain? Why are you laughing at somebody's pain? Would you like that? If you don't like something to be done to you, don't do it to your children. Shikena. To you and forcing you to get on with your sister and your brother. Both of you should do this together. Both of you will sleep in one bed together. Both of you, and you know you hated it. There's sound. If there's no sound, people have complained. More than one person will have complained. There's sound. And I'm usually top notch with all my I'm usually top notch when it comes to my setup. So there's sound. If there's no sound, somebody else will tell me, but I'm almost 150% sure that so don't force reconciliations among your children, because it can cause bitterness. And it can have long-term effects on their relationship, because they will not connect with their partners. They will not connect with their friend. Pain is considered normal to some, says Fruit Berries Nigeria. Negative mindset, absolutely. Children need their personal space from time to time, the same way you need your own personal space. All those room sharing by force. If that's what you can afford, it's fine. Even if it's to use a tape and draw a line in that room, say, this is your side, this is your side. So that, okay, these are where my toys are. Nobody comes to touch my toys. These are where there's a place to share. Even with sharing, you teach them to respect the property of another person. Can I play with this thing? Can I play with your toy car? Can I play with your... Don't just think that siblings, they have a right to each other's thing. And that way they grow up with entitlement mentality. You are my sibling, I can drive your car, I can wear your clothes, I can... If you bond like that, if you gravitate each other like that, there are siblings that don't want their things to be touched. There are even husbands and wives that don't want their things to be touched. Yes. Or you tell me you've not heard it before. Keji Moses, thank you. Boundaries are important, even with siblings. What are we talking about? We want to repeat the same thing that our parents did? Come on. So don't force forgiveness. Allow them to process the emotion. It's not a pill or a formula that you just tell them to do something. Let them acknowledge their pain or their hurt. Children, write out how you feel. How did that make you feel? And how do you feel later? There's a process, so you have to be patient. Don't force it. Allow them take turns. Think that it is good to share, but it's not by force to share. Because there's some things that you two don't want to share right now. Even with your siblings. It's good to share, but it's not by force to share. It is good to share, but it's not by force to share. So I don't know why we're doing all these things. I don't know. It's just becoming more and more of a mess. And please, if you're in this community, please stop saying that there's no handbook to parenting. That's played out. That's old. Very, very old. There are handbooks to parenting. Even if it's not 100%, it is 90, you get at least 90 to 95% of information right now telling you what is right and what is wrong. Yes. Stop saying, oh, there's no handbook, it's your excuse, just do anything. And then some people now put this picture. It's only giving human beings brains to do research, and they will help you. It's up to you to want to hear it. There are people like me, I can help you. Mojisola is here online. She can help you with parenting. There are people that can help you with parenting. So stop saying, Annie is here online. They can help you with parenting. Stop saying that there's no handbook. There are handbooks. There are too many. If you check how many parenting books are behind me here, you think I arrived at this point just like that? Research is there. There are handbooks for parenting. You may not get one or two things right. There's room for that. But you can, in this day and age, you can get it 99.9% right. Yes, quote me anyway. You can get it right. There's no handbook for parenting. What nonsense. Stop saying it. And then you say, oh, only God can help you. It's not only God can help you. The Bible has already said you should go study to show yourself approved. Meaning that go and do your research. Go and do your findings. Don't say the same way we are saying, God will help you in parenting. God will not help you in any parenting if you don't help yourself first. Go and research, then God will bless the works of your hands. That is how it works. Stop bullying God and saying He will help you. Obianefo says, you are getting it. I hated anybody touching my things anyhow. I also inculcate boundaries in my kids. It's not compulsory to share. Oteme says, not by force to share. So like some parents are still using the methods that was used for them while they were growing up. They need to be, it has folded. They need to be informed in this age and time. Yes. Fruits and Berries on Instagram says, in this jet age, there's handbook to almost everything. Just be in the right circle. Absolutely. Any says parents have to be equipped and get themselves upskilled. Yes, absolutely. Helen, this one enter study to show yourself approved. Of course, it's in the Bible, because any small thing we want to use religion to bound. Religion. What religion? Bible said, God will help us. That Bible says that my people will perish for lack of knowledge. If you don't learn, in these days, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's Google, there's YouTube, there's everything. You will perish. Your parenting will perish for lack of knowledge. It's not a cause. Information is out there. Absorb it, embrace it. Do online courses, study, sit and watch videos like this. Listen to people that will not sugarcoat the truth because they're looking for following. I'm not looking for following. This is not even my primary role, my primary job. It's just part of my purpose. If it's that I'm looking for money, that trust me, I know how to make money. It's just to help humanity. It's just in line with my purpose. And I'm telling some people something. They're telling me that parenting, there's no handbook for parenting. How can it be emotional abuse? You don't know how it's emotional knowledge that you have. Somebody can still put a spin on what I'm saying now. And I will listen and learn and grow. I won't rebuff it. I will want to hear it first. La Roma 09. I have a set of twin girls and I make them understand their boundaries. Absolutely. Thank you. They must learn to be content with what each of them has. Yes. God bless you for that. Some people even believe that when they have twins, the twins must wear the same clothes. He's cute. Some children hate it. I'm not a twin. But I have a sister that is 2 years older than me and another one that is that I am 5.5 years older than. And we're all born in June. And when it's our birthday, our parents will make us have our birthday on the same day. It makes sense. It's simple. It's seamless. But did I want to feel special? And if you know me now, you know that I like my own thing. If you know even my 40th birthday alone, I went to town because I like to be the showgirl when it's time to be the showgirl. I don't want to be showgirl with 3 birthdays, not our birthday. So don't think because they're twins, they want everything together. They must wear the same clothes because they are twins. Oh, so cute. It's so cute. It's cute, but do they like it? As they start getting older, they start saying, I don't want to wear this thing. You start saying that they start wearing different things. Because they are not the same. They don't have the same DNA. One begins to like trousers, one begins to like skirts, one begins to like polo, one is tomboyish, one is girlish. They start expressing themselves in different ways. Not that they will start wearing the same thing because mommy says that it's easy when you just go to the shop. Give me 2. That one too, give me 2. That one too, give. Ruth is in our community, in the parent right community. I check your Ruth. She has twins in the UK. After being on this our seminar here, our group, after growing with us, she learned so much, and her children go to 2 different schools. Is it convenient? No, but parenting is not about convenience. She knew that one was leveraging on the other one. I said, these boys, they both must be strong. You can't be doing defender for your brother all the time, and he's looking for you all the time. You go to school, good school. School run is not easy. She better go and drop this one, go and drop this one, go and pick this one. It's not easy, but that is how to parent. You parent on your child's uniqueness. You don't parent a community. Let us do family prayer meeting. You are doing family prayer meeting. Oh, let's do family meeting. But that child has something to tell you, but will not say it in front of. It doesn't want to say it in front of the others. So you must pick a time where you have a one-to-one with each child. Go on a stroll. Go to the park. Go outside. Go to the living room. Watch a movie together. They all like different things. They all have different love languages. Stop doing community gathering with your family all the time. There's time to do group family thing, and there's time to do one by one, because every child is unique. And intentional parenting is not a joke. If you get it right, we make a world a better place. Now, somebody's asking a question. How do you separate letting your children know that it's not by force to share and teaching them not to be stingy? Yeah, so you let them, so for example now, if they also want something, so if child A wants biscuit from child B, yeah, child A wants biscuit from child B, and child B is not giving, and you're saying it's good to share. You're telling B it's good to share. How would you feel if he has it and doesn't give you? And then let child B at another occasion have, and child B is begging, and you make reference to it that, you see, you must, you think all these things is explanation. Let them know. Let them know. Chemostic Alaga says, when my girls looked back at their picture, their uncle pictures, they were almost swearing for my ancestors. She has twins, so she was saying that they were almost swearing for their ancestors. It's cute at the start, but everybody has their own expression. They have the way that they express themselves. They want to be themselves. They want to be unique. And say for example, when I went to the UK originally, my older son was already there, and her own style then, she used to wear baggy jeans and T.M. Lewin shirt, and then Timberland boots. That was her signature dressing in those days. Baggy jeans, shirt, men's shirt too, with Timberland boots. That was her dressing. When I went there, me too. Baggy jeans, baggy shirt, Timberland boots. After a while, I was like, I beg, this one is not me now. I want to wear other things. Then I started doing my own thing. So you can model, but allow room for a child to express themselves. They don't have to wear the same thing. Party with my sisters. And I thank God that we had birthday parties, better than nothing. We wear the same dress. There's one particular one that we even had. 3 of us were wearing this white dress with pink flowers or something like that on it. They now dressed us all together, and we all had hair. We now packed it 2 bunches, and we all stood in front of the cake. And I think it was even 1 cake. So let me tell you something. Each child is unique. Stop forcing them to be the same. You remember those? Keji remembers those Timberland boots. Yeah, we used to feel so cool in those Timberland boots. So you must also allow your children to gravitate towards each other, and raise your children in a loving environment where everybody is sharing and doing things together. You teach them all those things in love. MC Hammer trousers, you've got it. You don't force children, and that's my message today. And that is why I will continue to tell you that picture where somebody forced their children into 2 children into 1 t-shirt is in Nigeria. They don't understand abuse. Even the beating that they're beating their children, they don't even understand it. But at least some people are even getting that they shouldn't even beat their children. And if you're beating your children, try and get my book, 101 Tips to Curb the Beating and the Shouting. Now, emotional abuse, I don't even think people get emotional abuse in Nigeria, because husbands abuse their wives. You are not sleeping with your wife. You don't know how she feels. It's abuse, because she's not happy about it. You are depriving your husband of sex. You are abusing him as well, because you are hurting him. He wants to be with you. You don't want to be with him. If there's something wrong, communicate. But guess what? They didn't allow us to communicate as children. Instead, they forced us into a t-shirt. You see? I want to be alone right now. No, you must be with me. No. You don't want anybody to have the boundary. You don't want anybody to express themselves in any way. You just want to force your emotions. She doesn't want to have sex with you, but you don't get it. The reason why you don't get it is because nobody has taught you that people have emotions and they must go through it. And it doesn't have to be forcing your children into one t-shirt. That is the crime today. And I will not back down on it. Take me to the court of law, except you have a superior argument. If you don't have a superior argument, then you don't come and start saying all those things online. Motion says, how do you say, okay, I've answered that question already. Is there any other comment? The best way is to model the children do what you do and not what you say. Yes, raising children in a loving environment is key. Raise them in a loving environment and stop abusing them. Your child is crying and you take the picture and put it on social media. What is that? Would you like it if you are the one crying and they take your picture and put you on social media? Can we not respect our children anymore? And must the whole world know what's going on? We don't bloody care what's happening in your house. A lot of people, you just make yourself a mockery. Every small thing that's happening in your house is on social media. It's on social media. People just scroll past. It's just entertainment. Scroll. No value. So 1,000 people are laughing at it. What? For likes. And then your children in your house at the expense of social media viewers that we forget at the speed of light. They've forgotten about everything that has happened in your home. You are going to be the one that will deal with that sibling rivalry for the rest of your life, for generations to come if possible, because their children may not even get along again. If they don't get along, they will have children, they will not let their children see each other. We don't know how we cause sibling rivalry in our children. Forcing them. You sleep in the same bed. You must share. You must. The day they don't, that must, when they leave the house and that must is no longer there, that's the end. They don't want to know again. They are out. They will even tell you, go and meet mommy now to come and force me to give you this. Go and meet daddy to come and force me. Say they were forcing me to do everything before. I've had enough. You force them to look after them. Especially those first children, you force those ones to look after the small one, their babysitter, they change diaper, they cook, children chose, but you take responsibility as a parent. Your children are not your house girl. Don't misconstrue it. They are not your house helps in the house. You say, oh, I'm not training them. That's not training. Giving your firstborn child to be looking after the other ones causes resentment. Then those ones will now have entitlement mentality. That one, the older ones will be in their husband's house or their wife's house. It's because of you that my husband does not send money to the house again. They don't have to send you money. Go and work. It's not their responsibility. It's your parents that confused you, that made you think as if they must send you to school. It's not, they didn't give birth to you. It's not their right. But if you have nurtured your children in love, that firstborn will naturally want to do it for the younger ones. And will even be communicative. You taught them communication skills that I'm still gathering your school money. I'm still gathering your pocket money. I want to get you this. I only have half of the money now. Out of love, not compulsion. I'm trying to say, no, they will fight. Study to show yourself approved, and my people perish for lack of knowledge. That's the scripture I'm going to give for all those spirit people that want to use spiritual thing that is God that help us look after our children. God will not look after our children because He has given you knowledge. If you don't apply those knowledge, there will be error. When you apply those knowledge, God will bless the works of your hand. God is not going to come and be doing your job for you in heaven. Why did He give us brains? As decorations. So stop posting your children online. What you can't accept, don't do it to your children. Let your children process their emotions. They don't have to get along at all costs. They don't have to get along by force. And they don't have to kiss and make up. Explain to them the value of being friends. And they will buy into it. Don't force your children. Replay is power-packed, no doubt. I know that. It's not a popular message. If you're on this timeline, it's not for popular messages. It's not all this one you can Google and find. Google this one and see if you find it. You don't just Google this. This is research. This is psychology. These are things that people don't really talk about all the time. And people don't want to hear it. That's why they say, it's not the emotional abuse. It's not come again. It has come again. They come and say, aspire to perspire. Aspire to thunder fire your lips for saying that. Yes, I said it. Quote me. Quote me. Stop abusing your children. I wish that people would go through some parenting courses before they have children. All this one that everybody just spread their legs and they just do anything. People just roll around in the sheets and have children and mess them up. Look at our country. People cannot even connect with their spouses. Every other day in my mailbox, somebody is telling me that their husband is beating them blue black. Every other day, somebody is telling me what abusive thing the man is doing to them because they can't connect. They don't have emotions. It's been children to not connect with their emotions. So they have spouses, they can't connect. They have children, they can't connect. No, to be honest, Martin, you're right. I'm actually vexed. I actually had quite a shitty day today. I had a rubbish day. So I had this rubbish day. I came online and saw these stupid comments, and people were saying that it's not abuse. Oh, if you put children together, two of them to sit together now, they will say it's abuse. So everything on this social media. In fact, one even said, I will even leave this social media for Ronke Posh because everything now is abuse. Leave now. What's my own? I said, if you want to leave, in fact, if this is my group that you're in, don't even wait to leave. Let me remove you. I quickly tag the admin. Oh yeah, play down. Go. Because I'm not sent to everybody. I'm sent to people that want to think. With higher, people that have higher, that want to grow, that want to think, that want to move to another level with their parenting. My child may be connected in business or who knows, 1 million. People move around. You don't know where our children are going to connect again. I'm doing this for humanity. A world should be a better place. Because when you mess up your children, you mess up the future. You mess up relationships in the future. And you want us to continue repeating the same popular messages. The same popular message is not going to help us. It's not going to help our children. We can't be scarring them, and expect them to be dynamic people. We can't keep scarring our children. You must sit together. You must sleep together and not chair. Both of you sit together in one chair. Think about it. If a class teacher, in this our social media days, if a teacher should say, this child A is bullying child B, and they put the children in one chair, both of you must sit together, and the child is crying, I don't want to sit down. Sit down there, sit down there, sit down there. Then the child goes to tell the mother, in this our generation, the parents will not come. Those very not smart parents. This teacher made about, why would you make them sit together? They will now go and post it on social media. But they forget that they have not removed the log in their eye before they want to remove the speck in the eye of a teacher. They forget that they're doing it in their own homes. They are abusing their children in their own very homes. Now, if you're unconsciously abusing your children and you put them in a t-shirt or force them to sit together and you did not know that it was an error, it's okay. Nobody is judging you. Nobody's condemning you. But if you now don't want to learn anything and you insist that you must be the way you are, then that is the error. You must leave room to grow, to learn. Anytime I hear something new, if I don't understand, I'll say, number one, please can you explain it to me? Expatiate. Let me understand what it is that you are saying. Two, I will ask the questions where it seems gray. I will ask questions. Please, can you explain it to me? Then I will make an informed decision. I won't just somebody write something I never heard before. I go start attacking. Hey, they've come again. No, hey. It even shows the market woman or market man in you. As in the bush ones, because being in the market it doesn't mean you're bush. The local one that have no reasoning. Help these children. Help these children. Stop doing the same things to them. That's all. Stop doing the same. Stop repeating patterns. Forcing them on each other. Don't force your children on each other. If I tell people, if I ask people here to be honest, I'm sure that at least more than 50% at the very minimum of people have one sibling that they don't get along with. Or even their spouse that is annoying them right now. And people don't understand. You've told your mom, you've told your dad, told your pastor, told the mom, told everybody in the whole world, but nobody gets you. All they know is that you must get on with your husband by force. They don't want to connect. They don't want you. It doesn't make you feel. They don't want you to know that you cry yourself to bed every night. All they want is just get on. Just get on. You can't scatter your marriage because God does not like divorce. You can't. You must just get on. They don't want to know. Just continue living in pain for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter. Let him be beating you. It doesn't matter. Just let the whole world know that you think you're happy. There's a lot of error with parenting. There's a lot of error. Can we fix it? Can we fix it? La Roma said there are boundaries in the room. You're responsible for tidying up your space. Thank you. You sound already like somebody that has sense. Somebody that intentional parent 101. Thank you, Tope. Shongyarokun, oh, good to see you. Or read from you. It's sad that people cannot even begin to comprehend how much children are being abused without. You're abusing your children, you don't know. And somebody is trying to tell you that this is wrong. I'm sure that thread must have had like 5,000 comments of laughter. See, what can you be laughing at children? Children are crying and you are laughing and you think it's nice. Somebody is in pain with katakonuko coming out of their nose. And you think it's funny because they're in one t-shirt. Oh my goodness. May God forgive us. May God forgive us. It's like somebody raping a girl and you say, put them in the same t-shirt, let them get on. Forgive him. Are you forgiving him now? Oh yeah, enter one t-shirt, enter one agbada. Don't let them know that you're angry. Stay together. Stay together. Yeah, stay with your sister. Stay with your brother. Or one has beaten one blue black. And you say, oh no, sit together. Why did you beat your sister? Why did you beat your brother? Stay together, stay together. Don't you stomach, so you must get on. The children come out of your damn stomach don't mean that. You must get on. Hey, let me just break it to you people. Let me break it down to you people. Your children came out of your womb does not mean that they will all get on. The prayer is that they get on. What do you think happened to Joseph and the siblings? Joseph had 12 brothers. 12 brothers ganged up against him, sold him. Or you think it's a new thing? You think simple library is a new thing? They threw him in a pit. That was how much hatred was brewing in the minds of the siblings. So what has changed? Fruit, yes, fruit and berries. Surface approach. We just want to sugarcoat. We don't want to dig deep. So I know what I'm talking about. And I pray that it will not come to our homes where our children are at war. Loving environment. We have time for the children. We explain things to these children. We carry them along and we let them fully run through their emotions. Let them fully run through those emotions. That is the way to do it. So I thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. It's been great. It's one that is worth watching again, and it's worth sharing with other people. So please do. It's not a popular message, and my messages are not going to be popular going forward anyway, because God is taking my message to another level. It's not going to be popular. It's not going to be something you Google. Oluwashola Ayodele, a lot of parents are not mature and they need to be trained. They need to be trained, but you can't train someone that doesn't want to train. You can't force them. But I think it has to be a law worldwide where people must go through this parenting as a basic level before they can move to another level. You just can't be forcing children. Well, that's what happened today. And I maintain that putting 2 children that are crying in a t-shirt is emotional abuse. It is emotional abuse, and I make no apologies for it. It is emotional abuse, and we must stop it. And if you're forcing children to sit together, eat together, sit together, do this without letting them process their emotions, it is emotional abuse, and we must stop it. So God bless you all. Thank you. And I know that our children, all the people here, people watching the replay, it will not happen in your family where bad things will happen, when there will be sibling rivalry, because you are embracing the knowledge. You're willing to grow and you will do it. You will carry your children along. So I don't worry about you people that are here. It's those ones I don't want to learn that I'm worried about, that will make life difficult for other people by raising children that will not be able to connect with their emotion. That's always the sad thing. The people that have a good idea will be the ones that continue researching and listening and growing. Those ones, anyway, just share the video, child, anywhere it lands. Because if thousands of people cannot spot, I went through the thread and people were laughing. And somebody was saying that I will even do it. I will do this one. Imagine, you see everything you see online, you go and do. Everything you see online, you go and do. Everything you see. Good night, guys. I love you guys. Good night.